Here we have the new 2025 Ford F-250. This one comes in the XLT trim level with the XLT Premium package. The color is Avalanche, and then we have the medium dark slate cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 6.7 liter turbo diesel V8 engine, and that's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Not a lot of huge changes as opposed to the 24 model, but we're gonna go over it anyway. As we come to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. A nice front fascia there. Really love the details here, especially with the premium package and the appearance package having that blacked out grille. And then down here we have the 20-inch wheels. We get passive keyless entry on the front, power door lock controls, and we do have the power sliding side mirrors here. And then we have automatic one-touch up and down windows on the front, and then regular power windows on the back, power mirror controls, power folding side mirrors. And then we get the upgraded B&O sound system with a premium package here. And then we have our headlamp controls, electronic parking brake, hood release. We get a manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And then here's our power driver's seat. We only get the power seat the power seat bottom lumbar support. We have the manual seat back control there. But I want to give a big thanks to Ford of Franklin for allowing me to review this F-250 today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But great space back here. I'm 6'3" with longer legs and several inches of headroom. You can see the leg room is fantastic. 2 USB-C charge ports here, a 120-volt 3-prong household plug-in, bottle holders. I like to get the seat back pockets on both sides here as well. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but this does tow, I think a max 22, around 22 or 22.5 max tow capacity, because this one does have the 6.7 turbo diesel. So you can do gooseneck around that, or you can conventionally tow. I think you can tow a little bit more or less with the gooseneck setup, but it's not by much. And there's a look at the back end there. And we have the easy let down tailgate. Hit the button over here, and that gets your lights to come on either side there. Then just a quick look from the rear passenger side. And then your child locks are right in here. You have to turn this one way or the other. And here's our manual front passenger seat. Lockable glove compartment. And then we have a top pocket here as well. And then here's our window sticker. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. But this one does have quite a few options. The black appearance package, XLT Premium package, and then we do get the $300 option for the cloth console seat, which I really like. But $77,875 is the sticker price. Well, there's that 6.7 liter turbo diesel. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat here. And we do just have the hard plastic kind of vinyl steering wheel. There's the horn sound there. Over here to the radio, AM, FM, XM, along with Bluetooth. Navigation systems here. After here, we do get the wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. your settings here. You can fool with your tone settings in there, vehicle settings here, and all of that. And there's our backup camera. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then you also get the top-down view as well. We can scroll through different options on the side too. And then our exhaust brake, or engine brake, excuse me, can be toggled there. Little storage up there. We get single zone manual climate controls, 3-stage heated seats, 120 volt there, 12 volt, 4-wheel drive trailer brake controller. Little storage in here, USB-C, USB-A ports, 2 bottle holders, little storage in there. Center console cubby space, pretty good size, 2 USB-C charge ports are in there. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. Aux switches are right here. Sunglasses holder, dome lights. There's the vanity mirror. And then for the shifter, just grab while your foot's on the brake, reverse, neutral, drive. You have that manual mode. And you put the manual mode on by hitting this button on the side. And then you can toggle those gears right there. And you can see it's stopping me from shifting. That's how you can tell if it's a manual mode or a limiter. 9 times out of 10 is in manual mode. You can only go through those 2 gears, but if you're in the limiter mode, or if you have a limiter instead of a manual shift mode, it'll let you go through all the gears that you have, and it just limits how much or how high the shifts can go. Over here, blinkers, high beams, standard cruise control. You can turn that on or off, set the speed, cancel, resume there. Mute button is here, volume down, volume up, voice recognition. And then over here, you can go through your track list, radio station favorites, and then there's your phone button there. Hit this menu button and you can go through the sub menus. You have a gauges set up here. And I really just like all of the different measurements that you can have on the screen. Pretty neat. And then the trip fuel gauges are there. And then you have the My View where you can kind of set up what you want to see. So I usually like to keep the fuel economy on there. I just like to see what I'm getting no matter what I'm driving. It's just nice to see what kind of fuel economy I'm receiving. But push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Ford F-250 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this F-250 here, it's a big truck. And it definitely shows that with the way that it handles, the way it maneuvers, just the overall feeling here. But it's not something that I consider relatively difficult to drive. But you do want to make sure that your mirrors are in place, that your visibility is at 100%, because this is a longer vehicle, a wider vehicle, and a taller vehicle than something that most people are used to driving. Now, of course, with that comes the capability that you get in terms of, especially with construction, something that you can use on an everyday basis for what you're going to be needing. So whether that's with payload, if you need to put cinder blocks in the back, or whether that's with your 22,000 plus towing capacity, whether you have to tow behind a light machine or something like that for construction usage, you're able to do that no problem. But then everyday driving, if you do, leave the trailer at home or you have an empty bed and all of that, it's still not terrible to drive. Obviously, I'd rather drive a Prius in terms of the drivability, but still a powerful truck, capable truck, and when you do need it to put in some work, it's able to do so. Now, in terms of drive modes, you have eco, you have normal, you have a tow haul mode, a slippery mode. I think you might have an off-road oriented mode, but no sport mode. Still in the normal mode, this thing pulls, and even in eco mode, it has quite enough power for everyday driving. But in the normal mode, if you put your foot down on the floor, it'll scoot. Specifically if you're not towing or hauling anything. Now, if you're used to driving a heavy duty truck every day, you probably won't struggle driving this. But again, if you're used to driving a smaller vehicle like most of us are, and you get behind the wheel of one of these, especially as a daily driver in traffic, it's not the best, but it's also not terrible. Now I'm going to give it a little pull getting on the interstate here, if I can give myself enough space. Here we go. Yeah, this thing definitely scoots, and I wasn't even close to giving it full power. Mostly because this is a heavy duty truck. I didn't want to squeal the tires going around that corner, but very, very powerful. I want to give one more thanks to Ford of Franklin for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. They do offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on their new gas and diesel powered vehicles, so that would cover this truck. If that's not a big deal to you though, and you want to find something closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But overall, in terms of a capable truck, it's expensive, but it's a heavy duty truck, has quite a few options, very nice for an XLT, specifically with this XLT Premium package, and it's just ready to take on the next job, and really a great truck for work purposes. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Ford F-250.